What's up, Dance Fam? We are back once again, whether you like it or not, to talk more about dance because we have nothing better to do except get together and just talk. And
really,
I mean, I have nothing better to do. At least I'm sure you guys have other things. I missed the memo with the black, the black shirt.
You want me to take off the hoodie? I have the same color shirt you.
No, like all I have is skin under this. We're gonna be the same. Going shirtless.
Nice. As always, I'm your host, Russ Santos, aka Lock and Robin, and I am joined once again by fellow Justin Cortez.
Hello.
And Eser Valencia.
What's up, guys?
What is happening, you two?
We're good.
Doing great.
Good. I missed you guys.
Missed you too.
How was your trip?
It was great. Hawaii was great. If I look tanner, and I know I really don't, because I use SPF 50.
But it's much warmer out there, right?
It's very warm.
I'm sure.
I really want to. I've never been, so.
If you all can't.
You want to go?
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back.
That's what I heard.
Well, you'll be in LA, and then you could just take a quick flight over there.
Yeah.
A quick
6. No, 6.
Only 6?
Yeah.
From LA? Yeah. Less, maybe.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's the halfway point.
Is to where? The Philippines?
Sure.
What are we talking about? Oh, okay. Today, we are talking about Sean Liu's most recent choreography that he's done. It's Oil and Water, Rationale. Tim Milgram is the one who recorded this. You can tell by the dance studio that they're in and his logo all over the place. So it's going to be good, obviously, right?
Good quality.
Good quality, yeah, for sure. He definitely knows how to capture something, especially when it's obviously dance.
Good eye.
Oh man, there are a lot of familiar faces in this one.
Ooh,
again.
Yes, there were.
I thought we were done with World of Dance.
I know. I was like,
it's like,
is this
every week we've kind of been touching a little bit on it, you know what I mean?
right?
Yeah. It won't. I dropped the pen.
You dropped it.
Maybe we shouldn't do a Tim Milgram video next time.
It's become a spin-off series, you know.
Yeah, it kind of has been. It's like the afterlife of World of Dance.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like
Afterlife.
After dark.
Afterworld. Afterworld. After Earth. That was a movie.
After Dance.
So it's the world of dance, the lab.
That's true. This is a lot of lab members in this. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Sean Liu first.
Okay.
He's really climbing up in terms of social awareness, social. I don't know the word I'm looking for.
Media presence.
Presence. Thank you. That's the word. Awareness.
Good word, Eser.
He's all over the place.
Yeah.
People love him from World of Dance, and even before that, because he was young when he first started, along with Casey. And now he's just full steam going on with the choreography and doing great, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's definitely. I think he's found his own style. I think he's found how he wanted to dance, how he wants to dance. It's a style I've seen because it's mostly isolations, and that's really big out there, actually.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, we kind of discussed a little bit in the car ride over here today. Just that, like, he tends to be very beat, bass heavy, which obviously goes really well with, like, isolating and all that. I really liked what he did in the beginning in terms of, like, you know, keeping his points on the ground and everything. Like, he really used that plane that isn't used very much to his advantage, which I can appreciate that. Like, he's young. Yeah. What is he, like 16?
Something like that, yeah.
Man, like he's teaching like masterclass workshops and you know, I can't speak on the quality of his teaching yet because I haven't taken a class with him, but like, you know, I can only assume that, you know, people are in his class. He must be pretty good. Right. So, you know, to be that young, to be teaching, like, he's only going to get better as he keeps moving through.
Right. Yeah.
You know, as long as he stays with dance, he's going to keep getting better.
Yeah, for sure. And, yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, he's already been sort of teaching even like when he was on World of Dance, before World of Dance, on World of Dance, you know, just helping out Casey, you know, because most of the time he was doing the choreography for their set, getting ideas from Casey as well. So it's not a surprise that, you know, he's kind of gotten these gigs already to teach workshops like this. And speaking of which, when I was watching his beginning part of the choreography, I did notice that he was really playing with the music so well, and it was just like these intricacies and very subtle movements. Like you can see, like he was just trickling his fingers in a very, very interesting way. Like, wow, that's a nice thing to see right there. And then, yeah, obviously, like it's kind of a West Coast mixed in with his I would say contemporary background training, like fused in. So it was really a nice blend of things that he was presenting there in the video. Of course, as we progressed in the video, we thought like when he was showing it, we thought parts of it was actual choreography. Yeah. But it turned out to be like moments where he can freestyle.
So confused.
Yeah, with like, that part.
He was like, yeah.
I know.
Like a fly was touching him. And
I
he couldn't get it.
Yeah. So when I was watching it, I was like, in my mind, it was cool. But like in my mind, the back of my mind, I was like, there's no way you can teach that to a class and expect them to get that. Not because it's difficult, but because it's so free that it's hard to get it clean.
Yes.
You know? And then, you know, come later when they showcased other dancers in that class, or if it was even a class, I think it was a class. But, you know, when they started showcasing it, it was freestyle because everyone did their own thing and it was different and it was great. Like I appreciated it more. He gave them free range to do something that they wanted to do or to do whatever they were feeling at the moment, which is awesome. Because with the way he dances or he choreographs, like you mentioned, Eser, it's really... He really plays with the music. He really listens to it, I think, in my opinion. And, you know, really moves the way the music, you know, kind of leads him to do or, you know, tells him to do. So just to, you know, throw a wrench in your engine, Justin, I actually didn't like the beginning part.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of slow for me.
That's fair. I mean, teach his own. For me personally, like I love when people. It was slow, but I think that his purpose was to kind of show the articulations in the movement the way that the singer was singing it. Like in that moment, that's where he chose to not be so much on the beat.
Sure.
He actually like kind of rode the way, like, you know, the inflections in the singer's voice. So that's why I kind of appreciated it more than I did some of the other parts.
I don't know. I think he was definitely on the beat for that whole part, for the whole song. In fact, even that first part, even though it was slow, there was less beats. There were less beats to hit, obviously, but the intricacies, like the random sounds that that was in the music, he was definitely hitting.
Yeah, I think it's like there's just some small parts, like there's that like wave comes around or pulls through, comes around. Like when they push their heads up into the hands and then they like break and all that. Like that's definitely on the beat and everything. But there were some more subtleties there that I appreciated more than I did for other stuff. And then there are things at the end that I really, really liked, like when he rolled on the ground that first, it was like a pull. I was like, ooh. Yeah. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That boy real good. That boy gotta remind me. I have a story I had to tell you. That's neither here nor there.
This is not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
He's good.
He is good. He's great.
Very talented.
He definitely made me a believer during their time on World of Dance. Like when I first saw them, I was like, okay, not bad. And then we got that suggestion to watch the video, one of his choreography videos.
Oh, there it comes out.
Oh, oops. Uh-oh. The accent came out. So we got the suggestion to watch his video.
Yeah.
And we watched it. We were like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but then as the weeks progressed, we were like, okay.
Yeah.
It's way, way, way better. So like I'm a believer of him now. Like I actually really like the kid. So.
I like his stuff not on camera. I like his stuff for the stage.
Oh yeah.
I think he makes good pieces, not really like good. Well, he does. They're good, but I think they're better pieces for the stage than they are for like a head-on video, I guess.
Okay.
Because everything he did on World of Dance was very thought out and very well staged. And then, you know, now that we're in the 2D world with the video, I just don't get the same feeling from him than I do with, like, say, the World of Dance stage when it's a full circle.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like not enough context in that kind of perspective.
Yeah, like, because like when, like we both mentioned, like he did play with those small intricacies, and I even said it too that he did. But it just didn't stand out enough for me because I was thinking, oh, there's no way you'd be able to see that from, you know, from wherever I'm sitting. If he was on the stage or not.
Yeah.
That camera had to be up right on him for you to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, that's just what I'm thinking the whole time. I mean, for me, it's hard to just watch a dance video and just see it for what it is. Mm-hmm. I'm always thinking about literally everything else that goes with it. Mm-hmm. Granted, you know, this is a dance video. If it was a class, then that'd be different too. I'm sure. I mean, it probably was a class, so you know, you could probably disregard everything I'm saying because it doesn't really play. Mm-hmm. Or, you know,
like in classes, you get a little bit more.
Yeah, it's not for a class. It's not supposed to be about the performance. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be what you're learning and what you're trying to teach.
Yeah.
So if this was a class and that's what he taught, and this is what he taught, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is now it's on camera, and they're making a performance out of it. And for me, it's just like I can't. It doesn't really. It doesn't come across well enough for me. Mm-hmm. Small things are staying small. Big things are being big. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna mention that you don't see too much
in your eyes
of floor work anymore in choreography. Not as much as we used to, because a lot of people are lacking using all their levels. I mean, I know I am too, but for reasons because my legs and knees aren't great.
Sure.
But you know, it's nice to see those dynamics as well. Just the use of all your space, not just the floor. So it was nice to see that Sean was using all dimensions of his space.
Yeah, and I will give him. I mean, we keep saying he's a great dancer, but what he does really well is use every part of his body.
Yeah,
like you mentioned his fingertips. But there's one part when they're on the floor and he's just literally just moving his ankle or his foot as one part or one beat, one beat, one band, one sound.
Yes.
Drum line. But he definitely has full control of his body. He definitely knows his body at this point. I guess, you know, all the contemporary really helped, along with now that he's doing urban choreo. It just really shows. In this video, I mentioned it before, but there's a lot of familiar faces that we've seen and even talked about in the past couple weeks or few weeks. Logan Edra from the lab, and then the dude from the lab.
What is his name?
I should really look it up.
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
The silver-haired guy.
the tricker.
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
He's always upside down.
Do I dare say frost tips? Did he have frost?
I think it was frost tips in this video.
Okay.
I think he needs to touch up.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, whatever, man. It's cool. That's probably
that's fine.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably really expensive for him.
Yeah.
Think so?
Dude, to get your hair dyed, like
you can do it yourself.
He looks okay. First off, he looks Filipino.
Okay.
So his hair is probably naturally very dark.
Oh, and it's like all completely.
Yeah, like it's
getting
silver,
darker.
Like, that in shorter hair, like you can't wash it because it's gonna wash out very quickly. So like for him to keep it up and everything, it's expensive.
That's gonna rack.
Well, the lab won $1 million.
Yeah, but there's like 12 of them, like.
And then after taxes.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you got to pay your choreographers too, right?
Exactly, man. I'm sure
Dietrich needs his money,
right? He got his cut. So after that, what do you look at 20,000? That's only like 3 years worth of haircuts.
Dang.
I'm really just spitballing now.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But also Tati
McQuay, first time I saw her was in that Meghan Trainor video.
Yeah.
And now she's in every video I'm watching now.
Yeah. It's the new generation, man. These kids are coming up out of the woodwork.
So speaking of the new generation and these kids, these were all kids.
They were.
And when I say kids, I mean younger than probably 18.
Yeah.
You know? And so, which makes me wonder, I was like, was this a class? And were they like, hey, only 18 and under allowed? Or was it like...
Maybe a special workshop.
Right. Like, hey, we're going to film this thing, this piece of choreography I wanted to do, and only 18 and under because it's going to look better that way.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine being 30, as I am, in that class.
As one is.
I'm 30. I'm 30.
Imagine trying to keep up. But like,
I kind of was waiting for like an adult to come in. Was like, oh, it never happened. They're all kids out there just dancing.
Yeah, junior division only.
Yeah.
Junior team division.
I know. Is that where it's going?
What if they just start a team for the next World Dance?
Oh, geez.
All of them?
Yeah.
Man.
The lab comes back
Oh.
and they add more.
They have the monopoly on like young teams.
Young urban choreography dancers from LA.
Dang.
Turn that into an acronym and call it a day.
The science department. Sure.
Well then. Who else was in this that we knew?
You already mentioned Logan Edra.
Yeah, that's about it that I knew.
Yeah.
Oh, so one dancer that they showcased at the end
Yes.
stood out
She
the
was-
most
oh my
to
gosh,
us, I guess.
Yeah.
More particular to you, because I think she's more contemporary than anything.
Absolutely.
I should look up her name, but I won't.
Yeah,
but go ahead. What did you think about her?
I thought she was incredible.
Mm.
Honestly, like I thought that her interpretation of what I mean, if you like juxtapose the two, like Sean and like her, like yeah, she's doing his movement, but she's definitely got her own movement quality added in there, and it just was so beautiful to see that kind of mixing, because I know that it's more so to be for like, you know, for urban dancers, but because Sean is I guess well versed in both styles, that the line between the two can often be very blurred. So like someone that's a little bit more of an urban dancer is going to do it more on that urban dance side. So then you put someone that is a contemporary dancer in the same room, they're looking at it from a contemporary side. So that line is a lot blurred, but it's still in the realm of like what Sean taught them. So I thought that she was just fantastic, and she gave me something that no other group did in terms of even her freestyle moments were just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like her extensions, her lines, they were just amazing in the way, and she like articulated his movement still to full effect, which is hard.
Yeah.
You know, like it's very hard.
Her name is Marie Spieldenner.
Spieldenner?
Yeah.
Like Spielberg, but
Denner.
Denner.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like Marie spilled her dinner. Oh man.
Oh boy.
You're gonna be a dad one day.
Oh god.
That was a good one.
I have some news to tell you guys. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't tell it like this. Oh,
No,
but I would.
on TV.
Yeah, he would.
On TV. Yeah, so Maria Spieldenner, she, like everything you said. The reason why I liked her so much is because, I know you touched on this, but she gave the most unique performance. She looked like there were two personalities in this video. The urban one and then hers.
Oof.
Yeah.
Like, even though we saw Sean, and he's obviously different because he choreographed it and to his own body, obviously. And then compared to everyone else that performed, obviously it was different, but still had the same feeling, in my opinion. With Marie, it didn't give me the same feeling, although it was the same choreography. It's like someone else told the story and added different things to it. For everyone else, it was like they told the same story the same way, but they have different voices. You know, you like that?
I am thinking of like audiobooks right now. And
This is Audible.
yeah. Thinking about all my Harry Potter audiobooks.
Nice.
So you have Alan Rickman narrating, or you have Morgan Freeman narrating.
Rest in peace.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
Morgan Freeman's still alive.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's still alive.
Thank God.
Knock on Groot. Anything else about this video you guys want to talk about?
I did mention about the floor.
Oh, yeah. What about it, man?
Like you could see like when Marie was performing, like I think I noticed more the texture and like the way the floor was constructed. I was like, is it like a cushion? It looks like not a normal stage. Looks like a wrestling ring or something.
Ooh,
like the impact would just be like, ooh.
Like what?
Like ooh.
Nice.
I think it's better.
Right.
It's
it is
better
much
for
better.
like your knees and everything.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Handstand. It's definitely faux wood, and then there's like a lot of padding underneath.
Right.
Mhm.
Like
So that the floor looks
I
awesome.
think Strathmore was built like that a little bit
just a smidge.
when they changed
Yeah.
the flooring.
Really?
Yeah.
I only remember it with either just straight up wood or
That Marley.
Marley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate dancing on Marley, dude.
Marley's awful.
Terrible for your knees.
It's an accident waiting to happen.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
I mean, I know a lot of people that have torn ACLs because of it.
Really?
I mean, Satara, she did.
Oh, that's
when we
right.
were at
Yeah.
ECDC.
That's right.
That was bad.
It's terrible.
Yep.
It's only Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. The floor was weird.
Yeah.
But
it was interesting.
by design, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because if that's his studio, Tim's that is, then he would have built it for a reason.
Right.
Mhm. That's good.
I feel like more studios could be constructed that way.
Well, there aren't a lot of studios that are built just for urban stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you, especially around here or anywhere else besides like LA, you're not really going to make a lot
That's
of money
true.
just
Mhm.
off of that. You kind of have to cater to everybody,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah, it is. Just a thought.
Anything else you guys want to talk about with this
Mm.
video?
Mm-mm.
No.
This video.
Video.
Think we covered most of it.
Cool. Okay.
Unless y'all out there have something to say
Right now, tell us.
in the comments.
We'll wait. Nothing?
Oh.
All right.
There we go.
So speaking of LA, there are a lot of times when people want to move to LA,
Mhm.
Yeah.
whether it's to pursue their dream of dance or just to go and take classes or, whatever. More often than not, they cannot afford it on their own. So they ask other people to contribute to it, typically through like GoFundMe.
Mhm.
What do you guys think about that? And let's go even more specific. Like you're on a team and you want to travel, not necessarily to LA. Let's
Mhm.
say you're from LA and you want to go to the East Coast to New York, and you want your team to compete in some kind of competition, but you can't not everyone can afford to go. And so you guys start asking for handouts pretty much so that you can go. What do you guys think of that?
Well, this hits home very, very close to home for me right now. It's Capital Funk. They're fundraising to like get to bridge and everything, and obviously I want to support them in any way that I can. I mean, they're that's like one of my dance families. I'm trying to think how I felt in the past when I've seen someone do it versus now where my team's doing it and I want them to be able to do it. It changes your perspective.
Sure. You've been on both sides.
I've been, absolutely been on both sides. And then I wonder I've definitely helped out someone or some people in the past, with wanting to pursue their dreams. And I understand that why do it unless you can afford to, it's one of those things. But I think that in terms of the fundraising aspect, there has to be a balance between, said handouts and also incentives for the people that are like helping out.
Yeah.
So like I think that's a really good point. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's nice. Maybe just bless people. You know what I mean? Like I had So like, here's the funny thing. My last year on CS Culture Shock, I couldn't afford to go to Canada
Yeah.
And I really, really, really wanted to go. So I just put it out there that I wanted to go. And someone hit me up and was like, hey, I love watching you dance. I think you're very special. I'm going to pay for you to go. And someone that I wasn't related to, she just like completely like blessed my life and like gave me a check for the entire trip. And I was like, I don't deserve this, but holy crap, thank you so much.
So awesome.
So it's like, and I love, you know, I loved going to Canada. Like that was like one of my favorite trips to go. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to go. And it was nice. Like it came through as like a blessing in my eyes. And I kind of think that if a team really wants to go, they should do everything that they can to try to do it. Like, you know, like you said, get jobs or anything. And but if they're not in a situation to do so, they have to find other means to do it. Because they want to take these opportunities and like, and experience these things, and they don't want to leave anyone out that can't afford it. So they're doing what they can to get there. So it sucks sometimes, you know, from the opposite perspective, though.
Yeah, because here's my thing.
Yeah,
it's like if you are scheduling your team to do something and they can't afford it, it's like, all right, we're going somewhere, and we want everyone to go. But if you can't afford it, you're staying behind, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair. I think that whoever's in charge of the team needs to be like, we're going to get everyone like at least halfway there by using said funds from whatever. We're going to hold a specific amount of like fundraisers, bake sales, pizza sales, whatever, to get you guys at least part way, and then you got to do the rest to get there. Something like that, because it's like an obligation that for you to pay for. It's like we want to, like there is no performance without a team.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then like when it comes to like individuals asking for money, it's like, yeah, I have this dream, and it's, you know, it's to go to LA, it's to go to New York, it's to go to Canada, it's to go to Asia, and to really teach and to learn and to whatever. But, you know, I can't really get there, so can anyone please give me X amount of money so that I can pursue my dream?
Spare change.
Yeah, spare change. It's like, please, I'm really working hard. You'll see. Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay. Here, take my checkbook and
write whatever number you want.
I guess you'll give me a thanks, and I guess I'll never see you again.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And then more often than not, I see a lot of these same characters, folks, people who later post like, you know, if you want something bad, you got to work hard for it, or something like that. If you want to live out your dream, you got to put the effort into it. I'm like, those are some wise words. If only I knew someone who lived by them. You know, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you think that the situation changes person to person, though? Like, I'm trying to think of like...
No.
Do you think it's like, hands down, got to work to get to where you need to?
Yes.
Be? So, like, that makes sense. So you're just like... so you're just not a fan of things that are like GoFundMe.
I'm not a fan of handouts.
So like if they fundraised in a way like they did special workshops, they sold clothes.
Sure.
Yeah, those are
they're working.
Yeah, that's part of it. So
they're working towards it. It's a lot of God, I just had this. It's like
it's just the asking of other people to just give money.
Yeah,
that you're not a fan.
Absolutely.
Because like there are great fundraisers. There are fantastic fundraisers like 4Ks or, you know, Walk for the Homeless or something like that. You know, you are
Walk the Homeless.
Walk the Homeless. You are asking for money, but in return, you are going to be doing this walk in numbers to like make a point. Like, there's a lot of
to raise awareness.
Yeah, exactly. There's something coming out of it besides what the end game is.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to say something too, because like I was just remembering that, you know, like when Keone and Mari were pursuing their dance book project at the time, they first promoted it with their 15 videos. Then they sent the message like, we would love your help to raise 10K. And in return, we got these incentives. We're giving you these things. So I got that incentive, and I felt better that they were
It
able
was
to produce their dance book.
It was a Kickstarter.
Yeah,
Kickstarter is a great example. It's like a GoFundMe, except there are incentives.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of doing. Okay.
So if and I hate to use your team, but like if Capital Funk was like, hey, if you donate this amount, we'll let you come to our show for free and show you, all our good hard work.
Mm.
Or, we'll make a dance video and put you in it or something like that. It's not like we really want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Please give us money so that we can go there. You'll see how happy we are when we're on video.
Yeah.
Like that.
I definitely understand, like, man, it sucks. Like,
and like
wanting to go.
And I've been on both sides too. Oh, no, I've been on one side.
Which side?
The needing money part.
Yeah.
On CS. And Major Def. And if I didn't have money, I didn't go.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't afford it. And there's nothing wrong with not being able to afford it.
Right.
You're just not gonna get everything you want all the time.
Yeah.
And for me, it doesn't really build character by asking for money.
Right.
But do you think that it's okay? Like, say some of these teams or these people that like do these GoFundMes, they decided they didn't do it. They just said, like, this is what I'm trying to do, and then people just come up and just give them money anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
if
fine.
it's just like voluntarily, without
still a handout.
It is a handout,
but it wasn't asked for.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
They weren't begging like up front with it. It was just like, oh,
it's similar to like, and I hate using this, but like it's similar to the homeless.
Yeah.
Begging on the streets, but then oftentimes you'll hear like someone who is homeless hand out resumes instead, or try and work to get a job.
Yeah.
Instead of just keep on begging for money just to get by. It's kind of like that. It's not the same, but I'm saying, what I'm getting at.
And it's one of those desperations. I think that might be
it's like it's to survive. Yeah, I know.
So that might be a different.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I mean, and most dancers are doing better than that. I hope.
Barely.
Well,
yeah.
Like, and if you want to like pursue the dream of being an artist, you have to understand what it comes with.
Yeah, the territory is always something with the other agenda.
And it sucks. Don't get me wrong. It completely sucks.
It does.
But it's just something you got to live with and live by to change. Also, because like Keone and Mari, like you mentioned, they did that because they want to change this whole perspective of, an artist not making enough money because they are artists.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing that to raise money so that they can make a living off of dance because they want to raise a family one day. Still do what they do.
It's their career.
It's fair.
Yeah. C-Funk, I love you guys.
Yeah, no, I love them too, and I want them to have these opportunities.
Yeah,
like to
for sure.
Yeah.
If I hit the Mega Millions, I'd be like, here,
you
might
here
as well go late.
Yeah,
fine.
It hit on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, one person
got it.
One person
in South Carolina.
What?
I know.
Yeah,
I think a few people got $1 million though.
Oh, okay.
It was like, I think there's like 10 people that got $1 million.
Oh, okay.
Is that like what, 4 or 5 numbers?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I see.
That's crazy.
I would love $1 million.
I know.
Do you know
what you can do?
Something that someone said to me really recently. They were like, money will not solve your problems, and I was like,
yeah,
no,
debatable.
It would solve 90% of my problems. But that's only because of the institutions that are in place right now.
Exactly.
That's the only reason why they would solve my problems.
They would solve a lot of problems.
Yes.
Quite many.
It's like, yep. Yep.
There's the first problem of not having enough money. And then, that just about does it.
Nothing is free.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
And that's the thing that's crazy is that
traveling to LA.
Yeah.
That can
be free.
If you just ask
exactly.
Ask the right people.
But I'm not gonna lie, like, speaking on the fundraiser in particular, like C-Funk's, they've gotten some very, very generous donations.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying there aren't people out there who are willing to give, and God bless those people who are willing to share what they have.
Yeah. And that's another thing that goes, like, from what I see when I see people donate, like, man, like $1,000 at a time. Like I've seen some people give $1,000. That's them almost like investing in art.
Yeah.
And I love that concept. Like, yes, it's the team is asking for money, but the people that are giving money to these teams or to C-Funk in general, they are investing in art, which is very important in an artist, to know that people are supporting them, or so like in some way supporting their artistry. That's gratifying. It's gonna help them see that they're still doing something that's worth their time. Yeah, they might not see that money personally, but it's funding them to spread their art. So that's another perspective that kind of,
I like it. I can dig it.
Kind of round in a roundabout way.
I can dig it. Yeah, for sure.
Everyone's gonna have. I mean, obviously, the point of the show is that we're gonna explore all these
all the avenues,
all these avenues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lanes, streets, drives.
Not to make it personal for you in particular, but your dad made you work for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go mow the lawn? I'm like, okay, I'll mow the lawn.
You worked literally for everything.
Yeah, dude, you did.
How different of a person would you be if he just like let you do whatever you want and gave you anything you needed?
I'd be a dick. I probably shouldn't say that, but like, I would definitely not know the value of the money that I have now. I'm not gonna pretend to be say like I'm like the best with handling my money. Like obviously I could be better.
Sure. Anybody could.
But I mean, now that I'm older, like, and I've worked for the money that I have, like, I can now treat myself a little bit more because I worked for it.
Yeah.
And I know that's one of those life lessons that you don't see until like the other side of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. So kind of relate that to a traveling team.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, hey,
that's that concept.
Yeah, remember that time we got to go to LA to perform? Yeah, that was great. It was. I didn't have to do anything to do it. I just went.
Yeah, but I mean, from their perspective, maybe them putting together these fundraisers, these extra workshops, things like that.
Yeah.
That's how they view. That's how the intrinsic value of working hard is coming from.
No. The workshops, the selling
clothing
of
line,
whatever.
Yeah, they got that going.
Yes, great.
Sure,
awesome.
Go for it.
But
keep
not,
going.
But not in
the asking of money?
Yeah.
No, that does not work. That is, I filled out a form on a website and sent it to people. And I got money from it.
But also a very...
Maybe we should do that for DanceFam. Think it'll work?
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Honestly.
We want a studio to do this more.
Yeah.
Give us money. No, it doesn't work that way.
And if it worked,
then I'll give it back.
Oh,
you heard it here.
You heard it here, guys.
Why would they take that risk? Anyway, you were saying, Eser?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think one of the biggest things, like when people do those GoFundMe or Kickstarter kind of things, it's the relationship you establish initially with people. That's basically it. Because like, if you're just straight up like, if you've just been notoriously like bad with relationships of other people, and then you all of a sudden came out of nowhere asking for money like that, it's like
start sending it to people you haven't talked to in 20 years.
Yeah, like if you haven't talked to them for so long, or you just left like you left a bad taste in their mouth, and then you just like, hey, here's a link to my GoFundMe. I want to go to LA. I want to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So GoFundMe is now on the same level as a what is it?
Chainmail or whatever?
No, the other thing. The tree. Pyramid scheme.
Pyramid schemes.
Not
unlike it. Not unlike it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Because if you're fundraising, you gotta give something to the people that you're crediting back.
It's so like exactly what you said. It's so impersonal too, because like you're just sending someone a link.
Yeah.
The least you could do is go up to the person and talk to them and stuff like that. So like it'd be great if not just C-Funk, anyone else who does this stuff, because almost everybody does it.
Yeah.
If anyone held like actual fundraisers, or at least the Kickstarter thing, because there are incentives. But like even like a dance marathon, how many people will come out to that or donate for that? A lot of people, And it's something you like doing, dancing.
Right.
You know, it'd be great.
That's fair. No,
I mean, it's gonna be a lot. It's a lot of work, but you know, you're gonna get there.
Yeah, there are just so many more. What's the word I'm looking for? Rewarding fundraisers for both ends of the give and take side thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm exhausted.
That just does about that. So
Hit the old dusty trail.
Oh, I feel like we could talk forever about this.
We could.
It's gonna go roundabout. I mean, I obviously like personally, and from like a personal standpoint, I want the team to have as many opportunities as they can.
Yeah, I believe in the team. But
Why don't you give money?
Huh?
Why don't you give money then?
I give my life to the team.
you heard it, folks.
I've
Justin
given
is dying, apparently.
Again?
No! Oh, man.
Oh man, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
Terrible.
Yeah. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Love you too, brother.
No, like I can't help but like, you know, be a form of egocentric. I just want my team to do well and have that opportunity.
Yeah. Everyone always wants the best for people they care about, love, and are just really cool with.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I care. If I was on the team, I would care about them in a different way, kind of like the dad way. It's like you're
gonna earn this.
Yeah, you're not gonna learn from this.
It's like, you want to go, then work your butt off.
Yeah, I can't tell you guys how many times I've painted the deck just so that I can.
Oh jeez. Oh man.
One of my trips to Canada was funded because I painted the deck by myself every day for a week.
Well worth it, I think.
Yeah, definitely
sure
gratifying.
it was.
I remember leaving. I was the one that was driving.
Okay.
I wasn't driving, and I was just thinking, like, man,
my hands are tired.
if I didn't paint that deck, I wouldn't be here right now. So I'm gonna enjoy driving up.
Fair
I think
point.
that's part of the reason why I volunteered to drive the entire way up, because I was like, without this opportunity, or without working hard to get here, I would not have been here.
Sure.
So
Yep.
I saw it as gratifying. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I love it.
Last point, and I hate to use C-Funk again.
Stop beating on my team.
But I will.
Oh man.
It's not personal. Like, it's completely 100% not personal.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of people on that team I love, and a lot of people I don't know. So
That's like the world.
but like, I'd be more worried about, like, say they want to do it again next year.
Okay, see, that's gonna be.
Are they gonna have to do this again?
I really hope not.
And then the same people that they reach out to ask for money, I think we're like, oh, this again?
Yeah, you know.
I would give once.
Yeah.
I would I'd give once. I'd be like, you guys didn't learn from it the first time, did you?
It's like you gotta be a middle ground.
It'd be great if they set up like an institution, an annual thing, like the annual trip fundraiser.
Yep.
For anybody.
Like an annual event. That's pretty cool.
This is our big fundraising event to raise funds for, the big trip, I guess,
right?
Or even for C-Funk Showcase, because for C-Funk Showcase they sell ads to get more money. So it's like,
I mean, that's the incentive for the people in the businesses and everything.
Yeah, I paid.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Well. And look how far we've come.
Dude.
I bought a house.
There you go. I haven't seen any of that money.
Oh man. Take that back to them though. Like an annual fundraiser. That'd be great.
Yeah. It's definitely something to be talked about.
Yeah,
I know personally the person that's handling the fundraising and everything. It's actually a brother of ours. His name's Vic.
Oh,
okay.
Good guy.
Yeah,
good guy.
That's definitely something that I will definitely in passing. Just be like, what are we gonna do next year?
You should be like, I won't be here next year.
But
what are you guys gonna do next year?
Just give him a large jar labeled C-Funk Annual Fund.
You should have a swear jar in rehearsal.
Swear jar too.
That's a lot of work.
You know what's gonna happen,
Teaching
right?
the value of swearing.
Yeah.
No, just to get more money from everybody.
True. Man, that thing will be full in like a week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
see?
great.
And then you just dump it in your bigger jar.
Why is
You
there
put the small jar in
in
the
the
bigger jar.
It's like its own quarter. Gumball.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Sorry, I tried to lose.
All right, let's wrap this up before I complain more. Anything else from you guys?
I'm good.
Support C-Funk.
Yeah. By the way, C-Funk has
Yeah.
a GoFundMe if you guys want to contribute to this to their team. You guys are trying to go to like what performance? Are you
It's for bridge. It's
Competition.
Yeah, it's a competition. It's the first. I think it's the first weekend of December. I got to put a piece in there. I'm not personally dancing with C-Funk anymore, but they did take one more piece from me. I did a collaboration with Avi Goldstein.
Goldstein.
Yeah, and I love working with that kid, man. He's just a go-getter.
Mm-hmm.
Just a go-getter. No, he's got a lot of great ideas. You know, I'm kind of blasting him right now, but like he's watch his stuff. He's good.
Cool.
I love the guy.
Awesome. Do you know like the link? Is there an easy link to go to mention?
The GoFundMe link.
It's not like GoFundMe /
No,
Capital Funk or something.
How about this? If you scroll down on the description, we'll put a link to the thing. Maybe not. Well, this has been a very interesting episode.
Is it like if they filing Capital Funk on Facebook or something like that, they can find it?
Yeah, I think that a lot of our stuff is on there. Like especially like the workshops. Like there's a. How about this? There's a pop-up workshop this Sunday. It's gonna be around 5:00. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
How many classes?
It's gonna be 3 classes. Each one's a collaboration between two members on the team. The first class will be Alex Park and Sean Kelly. Then Victor Adebusola, Jake Howie, and then Tara Minor Jones and Show. Just Show.
What time? When?
This is going to be at registration starts at 12 p.m. They're going to start at 1 p.m. It's $8 a class or $20 for all 3.
What day?
That is Sunday, October 28th.
Sunday, October 28th.
Sunday.
So since this comes out on Friday, you have 2 days notice to go do it. If you're in the area, if you're not in the area, it's not. Well, you can try and make it over here.
Please do.
If you're in the DMV area, come on out. Support C-Funk because you'll get 3 awesome classes out of it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
These are very, very, very good teachers.
Get that training on.
And then if you do want to contribute to their team, find their GoFundMe. If you find them on Facebook, they also have a website. I'm sure it's on the website, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you'll be able to find it there. But Justin and Eser, obviously I want to thank you both for coming.
Always. We're
Anytime.
not going anywhere.
You sure?
I might.
Justin, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, WonderFell88. That's 1L in Fell.
And Eser, where can people find you?
Well, I just wanted to say, I guess this chair next to me is going to be empty in the future, but you can find me on Instagram at Valcirca and on Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Y'all know the drill. You single. Just hit him up. 240.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Whoa, we're not going to go
Moving
there.
on. And as always, I'm Russ Santos, a.k.a. Lock and Robin. You can find me at Lock and Robin on everything. So come find me if you dare.
That's a challenge. That's a challenge.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming by and listening to us, gab and complain and review and give, general critiques. So come on by next week. We will be here again.
Mm-hmm.
But if you liked everything you heard, especially if you're on podcasts, you guys already know where to find us. But if you want to find out more, go to dancefamtv. Follow us on all the Instagrams and all the Twitters and all the MySpaces.
Oh,
just dated myself.
All the Zangas, all the Asian Avenues.
At DanceFamTV.
How far did we go back?
The session. See you guys next week. Peace.
Bye.